trading team, and welcome to another market update from Bullring Trading. Today is October 2nd, 2022, and one of the things I want to cover is, first of all, Florida just had a hurricane. I was part of that. Shut us down really good. There's a lot of damage out there, so my heart goes out to the people who lost a lot and the people who lost loved ones. Appreciate the efforts also of the first responders. I personally was without power for about 2.5 days and now back up. So glad to be here and give you guys a market update. So let's get this going. All right, so we have SPX, and we talked about the level of 3,600, which we broke. And I don't think it took many people to know that this was going to happen. So we had a pretty good level there, and then now we broke that level. So what's going to happen next? Well, there's a lot of folks that are looking to short now. So if you don't know how to short, I suggest you don't try to learn tomorrow on Monday, okay? A lot of stuff going on. So before we get going, I want to go over some of the FANG stocks that I follow. But I want to show you something here, okay? Most of the times when you have a drop, you'll see the wick. See how thin the wick is there, okay? Let me open this up a little bit just to give you guys a better feel. So you see right in here, this wick, it's a pretty big drop. If you're looking at the SPX, you know, we're looking at about a $30 drop. There's a wick, there's a wick, there's a wick. Right in here, almost nothing, no wick. So what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means to me. To me, if you look at the candles that don't have wicks, okay, gap downs, okay. Now this is with candles that have no wick at the bottom. We've had some gap downs here, so keep an eye out for that. Here's another one. Then we had a gap down here, not too big of a gap down, but you never know what's going to happen with the market right now. But we do know, and this is a consensus by a lot of people that I follow, and you probably follow too, that we are now officially probably heading down to about 2,500 in SPX. So if you haven't bought some puts, I would consider buying some puts. If you don't feel that you want to, that's fine. You think it's too risky, you want to wait for the market at the bottom, that's fine. My suggestion is paper trade. Okay, so if you see here, I want to remind you guys of something we've talked about in the past. Okay, we have the 1 hour here, and one of the things that I look at is how many times did we hit that resistance line, right? So we see had a couple times there, but now if I go into the last couple trading sessions, right? We've had some nice resistance in here, okay, on the 1 hour, right? So let me get rid of all this noise here, and let's just go on the 15-minute. 15-minute is really turning out to be one of my faves in day trade. So if you look at this here, right, on the 15-minute, I mean, this has been pretty solid. So if you wanted to jump in on a trade, okay, and I keep telling you guys, follow your 15-minute, okay, look at all those bounces there, okay. So we had one here, all right. That was, and if you guys are new to my channel, anytime a trade bounces off the resistance line, to me, it's a good time to enter the trade, okay? And you see here, we've had probably about, I would say 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, five different times we could have entered the trade and done pretty well, okay? So that's SPX. We are under 3,600. Bear market officially and officially again. So, excuse me. So what's going on with Apple? Okay, let's look at Apple on the daily. Okay, Apple is doing the same thing, and you guys can see here, previously I had my arrow there. This was a key point for me, but Apple is just doing the same thing and is getting into a really tough point here for Apple. So let's look at this. So Apple doesn't have any, doesn't look like it has support here. Let me just draw this out again. We have a candle with a short wick, and we do have, looks like we do have support at 133, and after that looks like 128, maybe 129. Okay, so if I turn on my volume profile, not a lot of support in here, so be careful if you're trying to play Apple long. It might not happen for you just yet. Here we have Amazon. Amazon, same thing. Not a lot of support down here. So if I start drawing out resistance, or I'm sorry, support for Amazon, we have 113, which we're kind of there already. Next one would be 102. So we're looking at a big drop there with Amazon. And then after that, oh no. So if you don't know how to short, if you don't know how to play options, I have a video here. If you go to the channel and you see how to beat Apple in 10 minutes, okay? Apple in 10 minutes, and you will see how to play options and how to enter and exit the trade. All right, so we have Tesla's next. Tesla went under previous resistance or support, I'm sorry. So same thing here. Tesla is getting into some areas of, it's going to test support, but Tesla is, no matter what happens, you know, I like Tesla a lot. To be honest, I bought some long options, I bought some leaps, and Tesla's always bullish. Okay, so how do I play Tesla? So when I buy my leaps, the leaps don't expire till 1 year from now. And if I see Tesla going down, then I'll buy puts to hedge my leaps. Okay, same thing if you own shares. This is a time where you should buy some SPY or some SPX just to help you hedge your trade. All right, Microsoft. Oh, Microsoft is ready to collapse. There is not a lot of support in this area for Microsoft for a while. So let's look at this. So we're looking at 233 area, probably 216, where it finds support again. So all of our fangs are in big gaps now. So it makes sense when they're talking about the market crashing or the market finding a bottom. I personally, and I hope I'm wrong, I personally don't think that the market is going to find a bottom until at the end of Q1 next year. Okay. So just remember that this takes a while. It's not a couple of weeks. It takes a while. So we're talking quarterly here. So keep an eye out on everything that is going on with the market, interest rates going up, jobs, job claims, a lot of good stuff out there that is affecting this. And then the war, Russia and Ukraine, what's going on with that? So lastly, let's go into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I've been playing a stock, and let me jump here a little bit. So I've been playing BITO, which mirrors what Bitcoin is doing. You can see the charts look identical. So $11.99 is a very cheap trade or even options for you to enter. So something to consider. So what I've been doing is watching Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is still in here. And this is what I call, see, it fell here. And here's what I see with Bitcoin. This is what I call a bearish rectangle. Okay, so at this point, Bitcoin to me could potentially go down. Okay, will it do it? I don't know. Bitcoin is loved by many, but you can see in here in the volume profile, we don't have a lot of support under this area, but it's holding strong for now in this area. So what I've been doing is I've been playing BITO on the 15-minute, just like I would on Bitcoin. So let me go back to Bitcoin and show you what I do. Okay, so when Bitcoin is crossing my 50, I enter the trade. So for example, in here, when they cross here, I entered into some puts and I just let it ride. And when it crosses back up, I exit. Then I'll enter into some calls and let it ride. And then at some point, I make a decision right around here to sell the calls. And then if it goes back down, I'll enter some puts again. And I will, of course, have a really tight stop loss. But you can see here, okay, Bitcoin fell. Let me measure this for you guys. It fell $280, so 1.46%. That's a big deal with Bitcoin. So if you're playing BITO, this could be a very profitable put for you. So you see all these entry points, and for $11.99 a share, I'm telling you right now, like, you're missing out on a lot of great opportunities here. Let me just map them out for you so you can see how many times you could have entered this trade and just made a nice little quick profit. So we got, oh, the system's not working with me. Let me keep going into the last one here. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 right in here on the 15-minute. So if you're day trading on the 15-minute, these are all great entries, and you can buy as many contracts if you want. You can buy 1, you can buy 10, you can buy 100. Okay, but look at this. The charts don't lie. So this trend here is not a bad trend. So if you want to play a cheap options play, I would suggest you take a look at BITO. Okay, I'm going to show you something in here with BITO. Okay, this is pretty simple in here. This is nice. So if you look at here, there was another great trade up here, but for now, okay, what I do is I'll draw my rectangle, and I see when the stock hits the top of the rectangle, it's time to get in, right? Or you can wait for the cross. Wait for the 5 to cross the 50 EMA, and you're going to have fun. You're going to make some money, and you're going to be very happy that you were disciplined and that you followed your rules. So remember on the previous, or one of my previous videos, we said create your rules. Okay, have rules of when you go in and when you go out. So this is what's going on with the market. It's been a few days because of the hurricane, and I appreciate you guys, everybody who sent me your thoughts and your wishes, and caring for myself and my family. So we'll be in touch soon, and I'm going to keep posting these videos. Take advantage of the free courses I do have on the YouTube channel. And what I will tell you is, if you do like and do feel that there's value in this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit notifications, and go to bullringtrading.com and get 30 days for free. 30 days on the top tier, which is $149 value, and you're going to learn a lot. You'll learn how to not lose money, which is the number one thing you want to do when you're trading in the market. So I hope this helps, and we'll be in contact really soon, guys. I appreciate your support, and we'll talk tomorrow.